Welcome back to Cheddar's News Wrap. Today is Giving Tuesday, dedicated to doing good and celebrating generosity. To mark this occasion, the NFL and esports communities are teaming up to tackle hunger in schools. They're hosting a national gaming tournament called the Chunky Million Meal Challenge. The proceeds will benefit Gen Youth, a national nonprofit that has been working tirelessly to deliver meals to students in need during the COVID pandemic. Joining us with all the details are Alexis Glick, CEO of Gen Youth, and Wim Stocks, chairman of CSL Esports, North America's largest college esports league. My special thanks to both of you for taking the time. Alexis, I will begin with you. Your organization provides schools funding and really great opportunities to improve student health as well as wellness. How has COVID-19 led to food insecurity among school-age children?
Well, as you rightly point out, 1 in 4 kids right now is food insecure, which means they do not know where they're going to get their next meal. And if you look at school buildings across the country, they truly are ground zero for hungry kids. The work that we do at Gen Youth is always about creating healthier school communities. We created an emergency school meal delivery fund in which we've allowed school buildings across the United States to apply for grants. Today, we have north of 40 million in grant requests. So this is a really special day for us because this has been in the works for 9 months, thanks to my partner in crime, Wim, who you're going to hear from in a moment. This Chunky Million Meals Challenge is truly about gaming for good, bringing together the National Football League, NFL players, Madden pros, EA Sports, America's dairy farmers, our partners at Campbell's and Target, Bose and Doritos, all working together to tackle childhood food insecurity. And I am feeling so blessed, so honored about this. And I just know with these kind of partners, we can get anything done.
Wim, Alexis just teed you up there pretty well here. My friend, talk to us about how this tournament is actually going to work and how are you hoping to actually raise proceeds on behalf of charity?
First of all, thanks for having us on. And again, Alexis, we're so honored and thrilled to be a partner with Gen Youth for bringing this whole tournament to life. A very different, unusual structure, which we couldn't be more proud of. If you're familiar with The Voice and how The Voice works, we're bringing together NFL players, Madden pros, professional Madden players, who will act as mentors and captains for the finalists that make it through our tournament brackets. Will winnow down to the final 8. And then these final 8 will go into a draft. They're going to be selling themselves to this combination of an NFL player and a Madden pro who will act as the mentors and the captains for the players making it through our event. We'll have 8 of those teams assembled, and then they'll go into a playoff on a championship. Super exciting. We've been running Madden tournaments for over a decade, and this is the first time we've been able to pull all this together and doing it in support of such a great cause, not only to elevate the awareness for Gen Youth and to this particular audience, but also to do some great work in terms of raising money and supporting this goal of 100 million meals to be delivered through schools for and to alleviate and eliminate food insecurity.
And Wim, to stay with you, just one more brief moment. Why was food insecurity, especially at this moment, given the challenges of this once-in-a-lifetime pandemic, why did you feel like this was such an important priority for CSL Esports, especially at this time?
Well, we are, obviously, we're very involved. CSL, for those who don't know, we're very involved in both the collegiate esports realm and the high school realm. We're the largest collegiate esports organizer and league operator in North America. It was a natural for us when we were first introduced, and for this notion of trying to help Gen Youth really deal with the rising, the unbelievable demand for serving nutrition and taking care of kids through schools. Our involvement in schools and our educational a whole agenda around getting kids more familiar with esports, getting them more involved in gaming, helping them with careers, helping them with education. Was a very natural connection for us and our initiative to be connected with and supporting what it is Gen Youth stands for.
Oh, and JD.
Alexis, I'm a diehard New York Football Giants fan, which means I wish Saquon Barkley were on the field for us this year, but he cannot be. But he is involved with this, and so I know that charity is really important to a player like Saquon. And if I'm not mistaken, he's actually sort of one of the NFL player, but he's a coach here for this. For these purposes. And what does that mean to have some of the highest profile players in the National Football League be able to lend their time, talents, and their recognition to something really as good faith and as important as this?
Yeah, I was just going to say there's two things. Number one, we started this process 9 months ago. And when I met Wim and saw that he had this vision of creating something that's never been done before, he can't get rid of me. So unfortunately, it's his loss and my gain, or our kids' gain. In regards to Saquon, he's a gem stepping up to be a part of this. Dalvin Cook and Justin Jefferson, two incredible Minnesota Vikings. We've got 5 more guys that we're going to announce that are going to rock your world. And look, I'm blessed. I got all these footballs behind me. I get to work with the National Football League, all 32 teams and the players. These guys are Walter Payton Man of the Year. And the fact that they're stepping up to align themselves with Madden Pros to do this, to tackle food insecurity in the communities in which we live and play the game is truly a godsend at this moment in time. But look, the bottom line is, if you're a Madden gamer or a would-be Madden gamer, you got to go to millionmealschallenge.com. Find out how you can enter. It's for free. There's these incredible experiences. Imagine being coached by Saquon. I mean, imagine being coached by Dalvin Cook. And wait till you see the other names are going to be coaches. I mean, it's a once-in-a-lifetime experience. If you're not a gamer and you want to do something to support our efforts, you can text schools 20222 for a one-time $25 pledge. At the end of the day, this is truly about the sports world, the esports world, industry leaders coming together to game for good. And without Wim, without the NFL, without EA, and our incredible partners, and my long-standing partners, America's dairy farmers, I wouldn't be here. So I'm incredibly grateful to all of them for giving us a chance to really fight childhood food insecurity.
And Alexis, I know you can't tell us those names, but when can fans expect at least the release of who those few players are?
Well, we got to tease you, right? I mean, the tournament starts December 19th. So I'm just telling you, you got a couple of weeks to get in the game, and then we're going to rock your world along the way. So it's going to be incredibly exciting. I mean, Wim has created something that's never been done before. And this is my voice version of Madden. My 3 sons are already, I think, entered. So it's going to be amazing. We're very lucky.
I'm hyped about it. As a longtime NFL fan and a Madden fan, I know a lot of people out there are as well, especially during a really challenging year amid the COVID-19 pandemic. Being able to do something, you are certainly part of a force for good at a much-needed time. Both of you are. My special thanks there to Alexis Glick, CEO of Gen Youth, and Wim Stocks, chairman of CSL Esports, millionmealschallenge.com. After a quick break, showcasing